What's happening, y'all? It's Big Stack Mac live from Crush Entertainment Studios, where I have been since the Sunday after Thanksgiving if I wasn't on the road doing a show. I appreciate everybody for the just outpour of support and love that I've been getting state to state, and it means a lot to me at this chapter in the book. So I wake up this morning to a young man named Keaton Jones who apparently had been experiencing some bullying. I don't know Keaton Jones. I don't know the situation. I wasn't aware of it. Apparently his mother did a video. That video went viral. They were in the midst of the 15 minutes of fame, and somebody goes and does some research, and Keaton's father is a gentleman by the last name of White who is in a Knox County prison until next year with a big CWB tattoo on his throat, which they highlighted, they being the mainstream media from TMZ, Daily News, you name it. There's several different publications that are running the story. So, I can start this off with a couple of old expressions. Closed mouths don't get fed. No, but it should be closed mouths don't get heard. So I feel as though if I don't say something, then I leave people to too much wonderment. I could also start it off 7 years ago. We recorded a damn song, and it was called "Oh My God." It featured other artists. I think it was a total of 5 of us on there. Oh my God, it's some crazy white boys. Well, from that was born the acronym CWB, and it became, a mentality, an identity, a belief system. The majority of us were from inner cities, very diverse communities. The only representatives we had really had up until that time were some token white boys that were just, singing, dancing, shucking, and jiving. And that was that. So, to fast forward, a lot of people subscribe to this mentality. A lot of people, support me because I had the audacity to be exactly what they wanted. A white boy that wasn't going to play the political bullshit games or take any of their shit. So, let's get back to today. Here's the real business. I feel as though it's a play at, you look at Charlestonville, Virginia, or the shooting at the church in North Carolina. God bless those people. God bless all the victims in these heinous hate crimes. I mean, their families, especially those that have died this year, and this is the first set of holidays they're going through without them. They tried to do it. At first, they went and they got an old book, and they said, well, we'll beef up things with Black Lives Matter and Antifa and the KKK. And if we get all 3 of these factions in the same place, surely to God, they'll start something that may, and that's what they want to happen, spread nationally. And then they'll have to come in and dictate the way our lives are ran from that point, because we've lost the privilege of freedom. So you have, they attempt to do it with the KKK. That shit doesn't work. America's not with that shit. We came so far from that. So then they try to do it with the neo-Nazis, and it's Antifa and the neo-Nazis, and they're fighting in Virginia. And it's like, the truth is, you got some racist fucks fighting some other racist fucks, and it's just, but the way they played it was that black people didn't have to come out and defend themselves because white people who don't share the belief system of the KKK, Antifa, came out to fight on their behalves. If you've seen these people, Antifa, they're in hoodies, bandanas, their faces are covered, they are armed, they are gang-like. They're trying to create another entity. So today, I guess, was the CWB's day. Well, the CWB happens to be a lot, there's levels to this thing, and I don't mean like a hierarchy, I mean like adolescence. So my little dubs that are going through adolescence, they're doing their best, normally with single mothers, no father in the home, typically, and they're just trying. Then you got your next level, which is your young adults, and if they were out here raising all that hell and doing all this terror type shit, you would have heard about it before this. So they find this one tattoo and they're gonna make a big to-do about it. But this is what you have to understand. They are trying to, I could get into George Soros and the how he funds all these groups, and he'd probably shoot me a check if I'd say the right thing. Yeah, he could stick that check up his fucking ass. And excuse my language. But you got to go do your own research to see exactly what he's done, and that he does sponsor Antifa, and he does sponsor Black Lives Matter, and he is a race baiter who is trying to mess up the American economy, way of life, you name it. But we're not going to get that complicated. We're just going to get this simple, just right here. We have never been a racist organization, never. We have never done anything in the name of racism. I could go on to say everything that every other undercover racist says about my best friend being black, and my mixed nephews, and I'm not going to defend myself because I haven't done anything wrong. Neither has any other. This fucking guy was just sitting in jail doing his time. His ex-old lady gets on the internet, gets like 60 grand in the GoFundMe. Next thing you know, they start digging up dirt and he's it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, get a fucking life. And that shit didn't work then, it didn't work then, it ain't gonna work now. When you bring it to us, we'll deal with it. Until then, it's not an issue. And I just want people to know, like, it was never intended to be a group of people. It was always intended to be an identity and a mentality. And if you subscribe to it, then you were one of us. And it's just that simple. But all this trying to put this picture of this white boy out there that looks terroristic, and he's got the terrifying, he's got it on his throat, and man, come on, man, stop that. It's a attempt that the average American will not see because they're so brainwashed. But I see it quite clearly, and I understand what the big picture is. And if I had my way about it, everybody that's got one of these or something like it, just don't get involved. Keep doing what you've been doing. Handle your business as per how it comes to you. Other than that, like I said, I'm in a studio. It's just not free. I got work to do. It's crazy how when the dude that tells everybody to turn their phones off leaves his phone on. My phone ain't on, but this cat's phone. Shout out to High Roller for taking the time to do this for me real fast. And yeah, that's just my opinion. You're talking about a thing that's 18 years old, 19 years old. Like, what's so special about today? Y'all are trying to stir some shit. That's what's so special about it. And if you have your way, you'll turn it into the next polar opposite, Antifa or Black Lives Matter. But here's the thing that people don't understand. We all matter, man. And if people don't get a hold of that and embrace that concept, we got a real dreadful future coming. It ain't gonna be no whole lot to smile about. I love each and every one of you, regardless race, sex, religious background, all that. But at the same time, it's boundaries and lines that exist around us and zero tolerance. So with that said, I just again like to wish y'all a Merry Christmas. And yeah, my next videos will be musical.